Bobby Con. Bobby Con. It's the Bobby Con Show.
From beautiful Las Vegas, welcome to the Bobby Con Show. Today's going to be a fun episode. It's actually going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of laughs, I can guarantee you. I have two special guests here today. One is, as you all know, my wife. What's your name again?
It doesn't matter.
We don't know. Okay. Well, you guys know what her. Wifey is what we're going to call her. Vegetables, okay? And the beautiful Taylor Vixxen.
Hello.
Taylor's been doing the Bobby Walk recently, and she's been on. She started coming to my events and said, you know what? We got to have a conversation.
Let's do it.
I think we have a lot to talk about, right? Like, I mean, we're just going to wing it. We don't care. I mean,
Great.
just got to have fun. By the way, you both look fabulous today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we start, I got to say, so these ladies, the reason I said they look fabulous, right before we started this whole thing, they spent about 7 minutes trying to figure out how they're going to sit. Do I sit like this? Do I look like this? Like, the microphone has to be 1 fist length away from their mouth. All right. Anyways, Taylor, so welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Listen, I mean, love to have you here. You know, we've had a lot of laughs recently, and I figured, you know what? What the hell? Those laughs, people have to get to know you.
Oh, my God.
You know, first of all, why don't you tell them who you are and what you do?
So I'm Taylor Vixxen. I live here in beautiful Las Vegas, and I've lived here for about 2 years, and originally for Southern California. Made my way through Austin, Texas, where I spent most of my life. Had a 20-year corporate career in finance.
Oh, we're going to get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But
And in the last couple years, I have entered the adult industry. So do mainstream studio performances in addition to my own content.
All right. So let's just jump right into it. So usually you did something the opposite way.
Well, it doesn't go the other way.
Well, no, well, I mean, like...
You
But,
don't
like,
go from porn to corporate world.
well, I mean, like Stallone went from... Sylvester Stallone was in porn back in the day. Did you know that?
Was?
He started his career in porn.
That.
So he couldn't pay rent, so he did porn to pay his rent.
Can I get my hands on that DVD?
So here's what I'll say about that. That is the epitome of the double standard in our society, where a man can do it, but a female cannot.
Well, like, here's the thing. Why can't women do it? Like, why not?
Because of the stigma and that people put on women, and it's just the way that it is. It's,
Well,
you know.
I don't judge anybody, as you know. I mean, like, I'm a person that I accept everybody for who they are. As long as they're good people, I don't really give a shit what you do. As long as, you know, you're out there, you do, you know, we all have to survive, right? And at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a big business. It's a $1 billion business.
Yeah.
So why? But I mean, so all right, I got to ask. So you were in the corporate world, you said.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
Almost 20 years.
And when you say corporate, you worked for somebody interesting at one point.
I work for a very large IT company.
Yeah.
And also some banks, some big banks.
Did you work for Enron?
I did not work for Enron. I did work for a global accounting firm tied to Enron. You can figure that one out.
Were you part of the ship when the ship went down?
I was not. I was literally fresh out of college when all that happened, and I didn't have anything to do with that. I didn't even really, honestly, you know, being fresh out of college, like I didn't even really know that was going on at the time. Because
Did they blame you guys for it?
I don't really. I mean, I don't remember. I was like 21 years old. You know.
What was the movie with Jim Carrey when
Dick and Jane.
Dick and Jane, Fun with Dick and Jane, right? So Jim Carrey's working for a company that's like Enron.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's basically Enron's story, and he's on TV. They get him on there because he has to do the earnings report.
Uh-huh.
And while he's on there, the CEO's dumping all his stock at the
gosh.
right. And when it was all said and done, the CFO was like, "I guess we had a QuickBooks issue." Like, you were the person that's in charge of their QuickBooks, right? Is that what you were?
I was just a you know, fresh out of college doing auditing, and I was not even on oil and gas. I was in like the commercial division, but they sent me to like Houma, Louisiana, and I was like auditing this like little podunk company with trying to value like piles of concrete. It was awful. And I literally at that point I was like, I went to school, like had my MBA. I was like, I went to school to basically do this, and I decided auditing was not for me.
You got bored. I mean, like, that doesn't sound like it's exciting.
It was awful. And then, you know, just being fresh out of college, my thought was, okay, I'm going to basically work my way up at this company, watching the way that those companies worked, you know, being there 15 years, 10 years. It's all just about tenure. It's not like, oh, you're really good at this.
No. You just climbed the ladder as you
just climbed the ladder. And I was like, do I want to do this for the next 25, 30 years?
But you actually made it up, like you went up a little high. You did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was worked my way up to various roles, including vice president, which was where I was at my last company that I worked for. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, especially being that's like a male-dominated industry.
Oh my gosh, all of it was. And especially when I was doing, at one point in my career, I was doing a lot of financing type deals. I was working on sourcing capital.
Yeah.
And so I worked with a lot of companies that were in the construction realm.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of agricultural stuff, construction. I worked with startups. And so I would go to some of these conventions, like especially the ones here. Like I went to Con Expo. The worst one was World of Concrete.
Why?
World of Concrete. I mean, because it's like...
It's all concrete.
Well, it's like there's all guys. I was like one of the few... I mean, you could count on your hand the number of females So, I mean, it was great for me, but I didn't really have anything to do with anything except my job at the time. So, but it was just interesting. It was just, you had that stigma even in that world.
Yeah.
Oh, she's blonde, she's dumb, she's whatever.
Well, you're a pretty woman in a male-dominated industry. I mean, you probably got hit on all the time.
You know what's so funny? I actually didn't. You would
Intimidation.
I didn't really, except for people that I would say I got to know that I work with a lot, whether it was like people at other companies that I have partnerships with. I could tell there was like maybe some light flirting, but never anything like super.
Like none of your bosses hit on you or anything?
No.
Wow. Because in the finance world, that's like the biggest thing. I mean, Wall Street and all those banks and stuff, those guys are pervs.
You know, I was always married and I was always like a good girl. So
yeah, okay.
Well, maybe she didn't realize.
Maybe not. You know
well,
what?
she's like you. You're oblivious.
Like you're kind of like
So
in your
am
own
I.
world and you don't even know.
So am I. So you're just like me. You're like my husband will be like, didn't you see that guy looking as you walk by? I'm like, no. He's like, well, you got your nose in your phone.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you.
My own business.
There's a reason why both of these ladies are here today, because they both have hit it off. Okay. Like from the moment that she met you, it was like instant. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, like
me
when
too.
I see you, I see her. I'm like, whoa. Like, are you kidding? I can't believe like the stuff that comes out of your mouth. If I close my eyes, I'd be like, that's Stephanie saying.
That's how we're Romeo and Michelle.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. They're the real life Romeo and Michelle, okay? Like, seriously, Romeo and Michelle. But yeah, she's oblivious. Like, guys will be checking her out.
No clue.
Has no clue. Never in her wide. She has no clue. Like, guys will be like, I'm like, did you see what happened just there? No. You see, like, the guy, people make comments on her page and she's totally oblivious.
But it's fun for you because like you're her husband, so like it's super cool for you to like watch that. But she could care less.
Yeah,
I mean,
she could care less. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, I was just walking to the bathroom.
I meant to say she couldn't care less. That's the correct.
So
Didn't mean to misuse the English language there.
okay. So how long did you? Because you were the perfect country club life. That's what you lived.
Oh my gosh. I did in Austin, Texas. I golfed like 4 or 5 times a week, and I would literally work because I work from home, you know.
Yeah.
I would take my laptop on the golf cart, and I would just golf. I golf with the guys, and I played. And then I didn't get enough exercise playing golf, so then I started playing tennis.
The
So I
jokes
played
write
tennis with
themselves
like,
right now, but I'm going to be
oh my
silent.
gosh. I mean, but it was the funniest thing because like all the men like hated the women, like hated their husbands, like hated their wives. Right?
Yeah.
All they would do is bitch about their wives.
Yep.
And all the women would just bitch about their husbands. So I like saw both sides of it.
Yeah.
It's really weird, but I was just like,
I don't have that
Those are-
problem.
Why are they married?
Yeah, why are you
it was-
married?
But it was because it's that whole. Everybody acts like they've got more money than they do, and
Yep.
everybody's living above their means, and everybody's competing with the trying
That's
to keep up with the
2026 for you.
Joneses. But it was just, I didn't realize it. Like, that was about 10 years that I lived in this area. And I didn't really realize until after I kind of got out of it
How fake
bad
people are.
it really was.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, like society today, I see this everywhere I go. Everybody's trying to pretend that they're better than they are, have more money than they are. They have to wear the Gucci purses, they have Gucci belts. They got to drive the Range Rover. They got to lease the Bentley. And they're maxed the hell out. And you're like, really? Like, I mean, I'm going to say something, okay? And a lot of people are going to get offended by what I have to say, is when I go out and about, like I got in my business when I was an 18-year-old kid. And when I got in my business, Lamborghini made like 200 cars a year. They wasn't a lot. So when I was driving a Lamborghini and I pulled up someplace, it was a big deal. But today, I pull up to a casino and I see like 6 Lamborghini SUVs parked in the driveway or like 19 Bentleys at the grocery store. I'm like, you know what it is? There's people that are doing 14-year car loans. If you have to get a car loan for 14 years, the body style changes twice. All you're doing is because you want to show up to the country club and impress your friends and say, I'm driving a Bentley. Meanwhile, you're buried in debt and you can't afford it.
That's it. They'd rather live in a shack
Yep.
and drive the car for show.
Or they're living in a nice house and driving a nice car, and meanwhile, they're broke as a joke and they're struggling, and one bad paycheck and that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
So like,
Or
that's
it's a 2004, not a 2014, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Did you see that video of mine? Oh my God. So for those of you who didn't know, I pull up to a gas station and I compliment everybody. And I've been in the car business since I was a kid, like I said. And I've owned every kind of exotic car you could think of. So I compliment people when I see a car. So I pull up to this gas station. This guy's got a Ferrari 360 there. And I get out while I'm pumping my gas. I'm like, I walk over and say, hey, you know, what year's your car? And the guy says to me, he goes, it's a 2011. 2011. I said, did they open a factory to build this car just for you? And the guy's face like stopped. He said, I'm like, they stopped making the Ferrari 360 in 2005, and they only made it for 3 months in 2005.
Oh, wow.
2004 was really the last year for it. And he's like, I'm like, and I handed him my business card, and in there it shows like I own the 2 dealerships that I own, and he's like, he looks at me like, yeah, buddy, get out. Like, why do you lie to me? Like, take the compliment and say thanks and walk away.
Oh my God.
You're still driving a Ferrari. You're
I
not
know.
driving a Hyundai. So,
People are so strange.
okay. Break it down. What made you transition from you weren't a housewife, from country club lifestyle, working in corporate America to now, what is it that you do?
In the adult world.
Don't be shy.
Well, I mean, so my husband and I were in the lifestyle for about 7 years.
Explain the lifestyle that
of,
most
like,
people don't understand.
Swinger stuff, like swinger clubs and things like that.
Okay.
And so with that, the big thing was being around people that were non-judgmental. Like that's
Yeah.
what it was really for us. Like being around people. And the more we got, the more we did stuff, like whether I call it for people that don't know a lot about it, is sexy Halloween all the time.
Okay.
You go to parties.
What is sexy Halloween?
Like it's just like all the events are themed events. So like
Okay.
you might go to a club, you might go to a event at a hotel takeover for the weekend, and there's always themes. It's like vampire or Candyland or whatever the
Yeah.
theme is. So I always had fun just like looking for outfits and wigs, and like we'd plan,
Yeah.
steampunk or whatever the theme was.
Well, you have a
But-
bubbly personality too. Like you're like her, right? You guys are like
I love
happy.
dressing
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it
she
was
loves dressing
super
up.
fun. And so like COVID came around and the whole OnlyFans thing like really took off for, because a lot of people were home, they were doing stuff. People were making like a killing on OnlyFans, and I couldn't have one because I have that
The corporate world.
job. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't do that. And I got pissed. I was like, I want to do this. This is fun. Like I want to, like everybody was filming all day. They were doing fun stuff. And I'm like, I want to do that. So I finally said like 2024, I was like, screw it. I'm just going to do it. I don't care. Like beginning of the year.
Did you
And of
quit your
course my
job?
job found out. No, but
Oh,
my
okay.
job found out about it like really quick.
Well, you know why? Because there was that little nerd in your office
Oh, yeah.
that had a crush on you, and he stalked everything you
You
did.
had to stalk it to a point in
Yeah.
order to find you quickly like that.
I
Yeah,
don't know. how
somebody was-
It wasn't even tied to me or like my regular Facebook or, I didn't even have regular Instagram or like that. It was a completely different page, but they found out about it quick. And so,
So how'd that conversation go?
well,
Taylor.
Yeah, I worked for a very conservative company.
You're in Texas.
And no, the company was actually based in Boston, but it was a very conservative company. But I was in Florida at the time. And so I kind of, they were like, okay, you can't have this. It's a conflict of interest and it's against our rules and regulations. And so I kind of,
How's it a conflict of interest?
well, because technically it's another job. So,
So you're not allowed to have a second job?
a lot of companies have, and not only that,
What if you worked at Macy's?
a lot of companies have moral clauses because it's,
Yeah, of course. Yeah. of course.
working remotely. A lot of companies have something like that too, because, and obviously I was in an executive type role. So that,
So did you
Distraction.
actually have something like that in your contract?
yeah, they put a lot of gray areas in there. So at that point I had to go. So I went home, talked to my husband. We kind of had to decide at that point. Like
Yeah.
I probably could have just done away. I could have just done away with it and continue my job.
Yeah.
But honestly, I was so frustrated just living in this corporate, working in this corporate environment.
Living in a
for
prison.
so long. Yeah. And then coming out of the country club, we had gotten out of it. That time I was just like, I hate being told what I can and can't do.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew I could do my job, but so at that point I was kind of just like, we talked about it like at length.
Yeah.
And then I kind of had to go, okay, what should I do? What should I do? Because I knew once I thought at one point, maybe if I left, I could always do that again. And I probably
Yeah.
still could. I've got some connections that, with certain companies.
I'd hire you.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? Like, why not? Listen, no, but I don't understand why wouldn't you? Like, I mean, just because somebody had fun in their life or was doing something, why, if they're good at what their job,
Yeah.
then hire. Like I've hired people that I don't care what they did. Like one of my best employees was the biggest cokehead in the world, right? So let me tell you, this guy was a guy that's about 350 pounds. This guy maybe worked 10 days out of the month for me, okay? The rest of the month, he was on a bender. He'd never show up to work. But he made more money for me than all my other sales guys combined. So I didn't give a shit that he had a drug habit and he was out in the strip clubs and out in the brothels all the time. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
As long as you do your job. So, same thing with you.
I think it was, in their eyes, they thought it was a distraction because people would know, people would find out. Same thing. We had to deal with the same thing like very shortly after that. My daughter went to a Baptist private school in Florida. And so because I had advertised, it was like a few months after that, I had advertised my OnlyFans page on my Instagram.
Yeah.
No one would, but so I had to deal with the same thing. They said, okay, it was like spring break of 2024. She was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
So she was finishing up her 8th grade year. Same kind of thing. They were like, well, you advertised OnlyFans. Because Baptist schools have parent morality clauses against pornography.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I would have walked in and said, so how many little boys have you priest molested? That's what I would have asked. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, and the whole thing is we actually did have a conversation. My husband and I went in there and had a conversation with the principal or headmaster or whatever you call it, dean or whatever it was at the time. And we said, doesn't the Bible preach about, don't punish the child for the sins of the father and things like that? And wouldn't you want to, mold this child? And they were like, oh, that doesn't count.
No, it's hypocrisy.
So, yeah.
Meanwhile, they all clicked on it and we're looking.
They all
right?
subscribed. Did you make money off of him?
Probably.
This is Sister Mary Clarence. This is Father such and such.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is we were taking her out at the end of the year anyway because she hated the school.
Okay.
So
You just pushed it even further.
it's just like, we'll go ahead and do it now.
Well, I gotta want to backtrack. Okay, so imagine you're going home and you gotta tell your husband, "Hey, honey, I gotta quit my $700,000 a year job." Were you making money off of OnlyFans already? That you're like, "Hey, I'm willing to walk away from $750,000 a year."
Not much because I had just started it.
Okay.
So, no, I wasn't really much at the time. It was just the big infancy stages of it. So
how did you blow it up?
I just dove in head first. And
okay, OnlyFans, I mean, from my understanding is it's not a platform where like it's like Instagram where you can go there and you just random profiles get pushed your way, right?
you have to do everything yourself. Everything's marketing yourself. And it's challenging and it has its ups and downs. And honestly, there's so many people doing it now. That's the hard part. It's just a lot.
It's like YouTube. There's a million people on YouTube. So how do you
and there's nowhere where you advertise
swim
yourself
through.
except your Instagram. You can't advertise on Instagram anymore. So like Twitter would be the only place really. There's like
and who
Reddit
uses
stuff.
Twitter?
Reddit's a weird.
Reddit is weird.
Reddit is so weird.
I won't even go on Reddit.
And
It's like a bunch of.
every time I like try to Google something and then it comes up Reddit, I'm like, oh,
You know what Reddit is?
Navigate this.
Reddit is all those kids that are, or guys that are sitting in their mom's basement in their underwear eating like Scooby-Doo
Discord
snacks, right? Like, and they're sitting there whacking off to everybody. But meanwhile, they're pissed off because they couldn't get laid in a whorehouse with a fistful of hundreds. So they got to go online and take out their aggression on everybody and like, I don't like this guy.
That's a really good analogy.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let me wear my Ninja Turtle underwear that's got streaks in it and just hate the world.
It's like Discord too, same way.
But that's it. Well, I don't even know what that is.
Similar.
Is it what it is?
Kind of, but it's more like chat rooms and things. But it's
But meanwhile, they were all probably whacking off to you.
probably.
That's what I said. Like the people at the school.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sure your coworkers were too at the same time.
Sure. Yeah. I know for a fact a couple of the kids' parents, one of the kids that was involved in like looking at my Instagram page.
Subscribe.
Like I know his dad was on there.
Oh, but without a doubt he was. Are you kidding? All the dads were probably on there. So explain to me how did you blow it up? Like, how did you?
Honestly, I got an agent and started doing like mainstream working for studios.
Okay.
And that really helped. And then obviously Twitter and Instagram, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's pretty much how
So now
I did it.
Okay. I'm sure you got some questions or no? Or you,
I don't have any questions yet.
okay. You're enamored?
Hey, I think it's great.
She might be starting an
I think
OnlyFans
it's
today.
She should. I think she definitely should.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to retire. Okay, I quit. This is my last episode. Wifey has a new OnlyFans. What is it going to be called? Wifey Vegetables. You got the best agent that you can have right here. Anyways, no, but I mean, so now you've been doing 6 years now?
2.
Only
2. Yeah. I'm
I
still
thought
new.
you said
I said 2024.
I thought you said 2020 during COVID.
24.
Okay.
COVID is when it took off, and I wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it. So I waited, and
So
finally
you blew up in 2 years.
I did miss the big boat, unfortunately.
But I mean, you're everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken off great.
So fuck that boat. You're making it now.
Yeah,
Who cares about
I'm
the boat?
trying. I'm sure trying.
One here.
Oh gosh,
Was I not loud
Yeah,
enough? for
eat
you?
No.
that, Stephanie.
Well, one fist. Yeah. Whoa, do that again?
Don't double fist.
She definitely needs OnlyFans.
I'm going to cancel my campaign. Folks, I'm resigning.
It's always something to fall back on.
I'm suspending my campaign. Wifey started an OnlyFans. It's going to be more lucrative than making $175,000 a year as a congressman. But anyways,
True. I'll be your sugar mama.
listen, you know what?
That's
At this
right.
point, I'm ready for it. Okay. So
I love it.
2 years, but you do mainstream. It's not just OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
But you do have OnlyFans too.
Mhm.
That's how I don't know how it works. So
Yeah.
you do mainstream, and was that the mainstream stuff goes on OnlyFans, or is there like on certain sites?
It's completely separate. So the mainstream studios have their own sites.
Yeah.
Whether it's whatever it is online. And so then that stuff is completely separate from the content that I do.
Well, I made a video yesterday, and I talked about. I don't know if you watched it, and I said I have an issue because, like, social media companies are banning people like strippers and OnlyFans models. They're deleting their accounts. They're shadow banning them. They're, at the end of the day, it's a business, right? And you have to get out there. But how, like, I'm totally against them banning people and taking their content down. Like, if, look at movie and TV production companies. They can have nudity, they can have everything. But in the beginning of the show, there's a disclaimer, 18 and above or 13 and above, and it has this, this, and this. Okay, and then and then kids can watch, because there's more kids watching TV than they're watching social media. And we've had that for decades. So, I mean, that thing went into effect in the 90s. Why can't we do the same thing on social media and allow creators like yourself to be able to advertise what you do?
Yeah. Some of the age restrictions on some of the states are just getting out of hand. Out of hand. I had to
Utah
completely change. So I have a website that just kind of advertises my stuff. I don't really sell anything on there, but it's just people can contact me and people can kind of see. I have my studio links. I'm in the process of redoing it right now. But when some of these age verification regulations came out, and a lot of states have them now, I had to completely take everything off. That was basically, you can only have a certain percentage of like X rate, just like very short. Because you can get in a lot of trouble, even in the whole, are you 18?
Can't you just block out those states?
No, because I can't, I don't really know where, I mean, maybe I could.
Isn't there like a setting you could say, I don't want anything seen in Texas or Utah or whatever?
But then also, look how much you're going to miss out on.
Yeah, I think you can. So it's better just to change your stuff to make sure you don't have anything that is.
But then how do you have an X-rated site that doesn't have X-rated content?
It's really just to promote. So it's like to promote my scenes, to promote my stuff, and direct people certain places. So you just you just can't have it because you could get in a lot of trouble.
But how's Pornhub work?
Pornhub is completely different because that's through a company. So I can post stuff on there, and they have age verification. So they're the ones that basically on that particular site will turn it off in certain states. So like if you try to access it from, I don't even know all the states that have it. Let's say Texas or whatever. Certain states are just blank, and they have like a message on there.
Yeah,
I think the one they have right now is from Cherie DeVille, and it basically states what the law is, and because you're in the state, so contact your congressman about whatever. I think it's something like that.
Well, like I have a question. We're going backwards, and I think like I am I'm a very conservative person, but when it comes to like business, I'm conservative. But when it comes to other things, I'm not a conservative person. And my question is like, are we going backwards? Like Playboy came out, 1960? Something like that, right? And then you had Penthouse and all those, and those guys fought to have this. And now we're going backwards. I mean, look, I was a kid. I used to fucking sell Playboys in school.
Yeah.
I had backpacks full of Playboys that I would go into high school and sell to the kids. So I was looking at Playboys when I was a kid. It's the same thing as somebody going online and looking at stuff.
You know
What's
what
the
it is,
problem?
I bet, because on that's a magazine. That's a still shot.
Okay.
But whether it's
I was watching
online or whatever, you're watching actual action.
Right.
So I think that's the problem.
I mean, honestly, some of the stuff you see on Stars is just
But think about it. I mean, think about it. If you watch some of these shows nowadays on Netflix or Stars or any of that stuff, I mean, They have gay sex. They have all kinds of stuff. I mean, nudity's everywhere.
Pretty much, the problem is, the big problem that a lot of the people that are in the industry have with it is that, number one, it's policing morality. Number two, it's kind of like gun control. And I don't mean to like open the, thing here. It's like, if you don't let people have guns, the only people that are going to have guns are the criminals. So it kind of works the same way with
you can't ban it.
Is that the main ones that are abiding by the rules, right? There's a million other ones that don't.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're a 16-year-old kid and you want to find porn on the internet,
you're going to find it.
You have no problem doing it.
No, listen.
You don't care about going to Pornhub to see it. You're going to go get. So then the problem is, then you go to the sites that are the pirating the stuff.
Yep.
That the people aren't actually getting paid.
You're not getting paid for
content.
Yeah.
And it's all just pirated stuff. So then it's like. But I think the whole goal is just to put the porn companies out of business, which they're doing.
But you can't. It's too big of a business.
They're still doing a pretty darn good job. But you can't. It's another thing like drugs. I mean, if the demand is there, they'll supply it.
Well, let me just say something. Okay, back in the day when they tried to ban alcohol, what happened? Everybody was selling alcohol.
Take something away.
Everybody wanted.
Yeah.
Drugs have been illegal in this country for ages. There's more drug use today than anything else. They said that by getting rid of Pablo Escobar, they were going to get rid of the drugs. It only got tenfold. It's 100-fold now.
There's 10 guys in line ready to replace
If you
them.
ban guns tomorrow, there's going to be somebody flying in guns and smuggling them in, and they'll find horses to bury them in and bring them in, and they'll sell you this whatever. The moment you ban something, someone's going to find a way to make money off of it. And you can ban porn all you want, but it's one of the. I mean, at the end of the day, look, it's an old thing. People are going to continue shooting it. Some people have fun. Some people make a lot of money off of it. Seems like you have fun.
I have fun. That's one of the reasons why I do it. It's just a lot of fun.
Okay.
And I've lived my life, so I'm allowed to do it now.
Well, you lived, you were like that stuffy life. Now you're just free.
Gosh, I know. I was so like sexually repressed for so long. I totally was.
Listen, I always said, if I was a woman, I'd be a porn star. I would fucking do it. I mean, I would 100% be. Listen, for all you people, old ladies out there watching this and having a heart attack, I'm just saying.
I have a question, and you might not want to answer this because, people that are on your OF, if they might get offended, I don't know. But what is the craziest thing you think that somebody has asked you to do or say or...
Okay, I had one that was really, so I'd make a lot of like custom videos.
Okay.
And so I had a guy that wanted me to basically do a video, like not all day. So I did it throughout the day. I did little segments throughout the day. And I basically had to go research all the symptoms of having a heart attack. And so I like literally researched like if I was working out, so I did this all day long. I from when I got up, working out, working at home, running around, doing different things in the evening. And so I filmed all these symptoms, having a heart attack all day. And then he wanted me to actually like have the heart attack. Fall on the floor. And then he wanted someone to come resuscitate me with like the paddles. And so
he paid you for that in advance, hopefully?
He did. And it was so funny because I was going to have my husband come in and do like the paddles. And he heard me like fall on the floor and he like opened the door. He's like, no fucking way. I'm not doing this. He's like, so I got someone else to come like pretend to like resuscitate me. And come to find out, he's a heart surgeon, cardiac.
Get the hell out of here.
And the climax part for him was the paddles in your...
Yeah. So
right?
I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's in his,
He's in his uniform.
You have a heart attack, a real heart attack, and this guy's your doctor. He's in about to operate you, and he goes in the jerks.
Yeah, well, think about it. No, but think about it. If he's got to deal with like a hot woman on a table, is that what he does?
And there was no nudity in it whatsoever. Like no, I think my blouse was like open a little bit, but that was it. Like it was just the symptoms of the heart attack, and then like the act of the resuscitation.
Meanwhile, that doctor walks around in a country club, all hoity-toity. His kids are in Catholic school or Christian school, whatever school they are, Hebrew school, and then he's like the perfect husband. He's coaching class, but he's got fantasy like that. So when I talk about people being hypocrites, this is what I mean. At least with guys like me or you, like I'm an open book. I say it how it is. You want to judge me, you can judge me all you want, but at least I can live my life openly. I can say what I want, when I want, how I want. But wow, can I ask how much you paid for that?
Oh, I want to say it was probably like $500 or something. It was like the only video. The video was like 15 minutes or something.
Okay.
It was just little quick segments.
Yeah, exactly.
Like minute here, minute here, minute here.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't.
So can you like reenact a little? Like what did you have to do?
Most of it was like your chest is tight, shortness of breath and stuff like that. It was like, and then part of me was like working out and I'd just be like, like that kind of stuff and feeling lightheaded and faint and, your arm hurting. There was like all kinds of stuff like that in
I
it.
can't imagine somebody watching that getting all hot and bothered.
I had another guy that was really funny. So I have a really big Jeep with like big, like 37-inch, like Mickey Thompson tires.
Oh,
and
yeah.
At the time I lived in Florida and he wanted me to run over food. So like all kinds of food and not like just run over the bags, not like a bag of Cheetos. I mean, I'm talking like honey buns in 100-degree heat in the tires and then so I filmed myself running over the food and I was literally picking out honey. My daughter actually helped me film it because she didn't know what it was. I was like, hey, let's run over some food. You want to help me film it? And she's like, go forward, go back, go forward. So we ran over all this food, like
So he got off you picking food out of a tire?
So I ran it all over the food. Then I mailed it to him.
Okay.
And then he ate it. Yeah. And so he sent me videos of him eating the food. But then the kicker was
the food was dirty.
The food was disgusting. Yeah. But he wanted to know my reaction. So after that I was like, okay, is it the food that he's getting off of? But then he wanted to know if I told people about it and if they laughed at him. So it was like, did you tell your friends? What did they say?
And that's somebody that's your neighbor probably. Like you probably, like you're probably like shaking hands with that person today.
I know. I was like, the honey bun was the worst because it was like literally like honey bun flat.
Yeah, it's flattened and you're like, peeling it out of a tire.
Not to mention this stuff sat in my car, I think 3 or 4 days before I actually took it to the post office.
And then how long is it in the mail?
I know.
Oh my God.
I just mailed it. I mean, it was just
regular mail. So
that
like,
stuff's all preservatives and
he's probably dead. He keeled over afterwards.
Or somebody like that'll live forever.
I don't know.
That too.
I was just like,
wow.
I think I've seen
Wow. Okay. All right. So, all right. OnlyFans. Is that like just you and your husband or is it just you by yourself?
Just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. And then what about mainstream? Is that just you or is it your husband?
No, he doesn't do any of that stuff at all. It's just me and then whoever the studio hires. Sometimes it's like boy-girl scenes. Sometimes it's girl-girl. Sometimes it's everything in between.
So how's it? Go ahead.
Has there ever been anybody that showed up that you were like,
No, because typically you know who you're going to work with before you get there. So if there's ever an issue or you don't want to work with them for whatever reason, you just tell them.
Okay.
Is it like WWE? Like you got to put on a show, like you got to pretend and...
You always want to do a good performance, but I mean, I will say like, I do a lot of the stuff with like the younger guys.
Yeah.
Because that's...
So you have fun.
I'm older. So yeah, it's super fun. But I will say like doing stuff with someone that's closer to my age, it's way more like passionate than the younger guys. Because the younger guys, like ones that are in their 20s, like for a lot of times they don't have that like eye contact. Like the minute I look in their eyes, they're like, oh, don't do that.
Why? Well, this new generation of younger...
What do you think, Bobby?
Why? No, I don't know. No, I don't know why they can't look at you in the eyes. No. Am I missing something here? What am I missing?
No, if I look in their eyes and like start down the stair, they're like,
what? No, like if I'm having sex with somebody, I want her to look in my eyes.
I know, but the young ones sometimes have a hard time with it.
Why? Well, maybe that's why this new generation is so single.
They're not going to last as long.
Oh. Oops.
He doesn't even have any hair to slow that one down. It's happened a couple times.
Really?
And I start doing the look in the eyes. I love like that eye contact.
Yeah.
Well,
and they're like,
there's an old trick to the trade. You take care of it before you go out. Like if you're going to go out on a date.
Then you have the opposite. A lot of the guys have the opposite problem. If they do that, then when it comes time to film the last part,
it doesn't happen. Okay. Wow. There's a problem with this new generation.
It's a lot easier for girls than it is for guys.
I mean, like when I was in my 20s, I was like a jackrabbit. I just go. Like, are you kidding me? Once, twice, 3 times? Like, okay. Like, well, what happened to this generation? I
don't know.
Maybe it's all the vaccines that they get or something like that. One pump dumps.
Could be. Yeah.
Come on.
Could be. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. You got any questions? Like you've...
I've had a few good questions.
Really?
Here.
I haven't heard one good question.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
She asked a question about the sticky bun. She asked a question about the content.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead. About the content.
I asked. I was asking.
All right. So anyway, so now these are people you get to know. You have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean, so how many, is it per month?
Oh,
Like, how often do you work?
It really varies. Sometimes I can do 6 or 7 scenes in a month. Sometimes a couple.
Okay.
Sometimes 10. I mean, it's just, and then between my own content and stuff too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I have a question. Okay.
Go raise your hand. Why don't you raise your hand? What are you in fucking second grade? Ooh, I have a question. Can I get Mrs. Jones?
Shut the fuck up. Listen, when you said scene, it made me think. Okay, so is it like you just kind of like they film as it happens, or is it like cut, rearrange?
There's a lot of cutting and rearranging. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they like to film straight through.
Okay.
And I prefer that, but there's always some cuts because then they're like,
Does it make it a little awkward, like when you have to cut and then get back into it?
Sometimes. I mean, it's harder for the guy. For me, I'm just like, let me know when you're ready.
So now, okay, for guys, it is harder, right? Like, what if like
hard.
something goes wrong, or now all of a sudden he's like deflated?
It happens.
Is there like fluffers or something?
No, but they usually go in the bathroom for a few minutes.
It's not like an embarrassment thing, right? Because
No.
everybody's in the same boat.
No, you can't be embarrassed on
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that, right? Like, I mean,
No,
everybody's
not at
cool.
all.
Everybody's
Everybody-
used to it.
Yeah,
It's not like
sometimes
it's the
there's
first
like
time.
a full crew, and
Gotta go
sometimes
in
it's
the
only a
bathroom.
couple people.
Now, does your hubby stay on set, or how does that work?
No,
Okay.
oh no,
No, okay.
no significant others on set.
They're not allowed, or he doesn't want to.
Yeah. Both.
Okay. I didn't know. Listen.
No, yeah, he doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't want to go. Like, they're not allowed typically on set. I think there's maybe a few exceptions out there, but it's just easier to
Now-
not have significant others on set. You got to focus and get it
Yeah,
done.
I guess there's a lot of jealousy with a lot of people. It's like strip clubs. A lot of like the girls can't have their boyfriends or husbands in the strip clubs.
Yeah, wasn't that? Do you remember? I just watched that movie the other day, Coyote Ugly. They're like, no boyfriends in the club.
Oh yeah, that was a good. That was
Yeah.
when that girl looked good.
Yeah.
Have you seen her recently?
No. Oh wait, she was on
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
She was on Yellowstone. I was like, what
Well, she
happened?
did play like a hippie,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
vegan, hippie vegan.
but she was in Billions too, and she looked the same.
That's
The same as
true.
she did in Yellowstone?
Yeah,
I didn't see her.
she was in
really.
Billions. She was married to that bald-headed guy that took over after Axel left.
Oh, that's right. I missed a couple seasons.
I thought
of
that was
show.
a girl.
No, I'm talking about she was married to the guy that replaced Axel.
Axel was the redheaded guy.
Yeah, he was gone.
And I thought the
No, she
woman.
she was one of the people that worked at the company.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
exactly.
she eventually. I'm out of the game. Sorry.
So something that would blow people's minds that nobody knows about you,
Oh gosh.
or something you've done.
I don't. I used to ride horses growing up. That was like my. when I
That's
was
gonna blow
little,
people's
showed-
minds. You lived in Texas.
I was a country girl, and I showed horses all growing up. Like traveled all around the country showing horses. That was like my. And then I started soccer and cheerleading. Like had a normal life. My sister became the weird horse girl, and I was like, okay, I'm in high school now. I don't want to be the weird horse girl anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
All right. Good.
I don't know. I guess that's about as crazy as I
So,
get.
where do you see the career going? Like, what are you doing next? Is there anything? Is there anything?
No, I'm just kind of enjoying life right now. Living. I mean, honestly, I feel like I live in the moment right now. Which
Oh, you
is kind
do?
of fun. I didn't used to do that, but I feel like I'm doing that right now. So I'm gonna take it as far as I can take it, but I don't want to be like,
Well, the thing about you
Grandma.
is you have a great personality. Okay, like I meet a lot of people, right? And there's a lot of people that are in your business that just have their head so far up their ass too. Either they're so conceited or they're just so depressed or something like that. But like when I got to know you and your husband, I'm like, wow, these are some cool people. And
Oh.
like I said to Stephanie, I'm like, I feel like I'm basically looking at your twin right now. That's
Oh,
basically what it comes down to.
I love Stephanie.
Because you're fun and just have a good time. And that's I mean, I guess
That's what
goes a
life's
long way.
about right now. And we're just like, we're enjoying life, living life, and just having fun because we're just like, we're not going to be able to do it forever.
No,
And
no,
We've
exactly.
lived our life, we've
Well,
made our,
you could.
yeah.
I mean, I think there's like older people.
as long as I can without it getting too weird.
I guess.
Is there anything that you want to do within your wild era that, like a bucket list, I guess, kind of a thing?
Wildest fantasy kind of thing?
Yeah,
Or
something
what?
that she wants to do before you
Retire.
retire.
I mean, there's a couple little scene scenarios I haven't done yet.
Oh, come on. Let's give us a. Yeah, go ahead. Let us be the first to know.
I haven't done a gangbang yet.
Oh,
Oh.
really? So here's what I think.
I always wanted to do one,
Okay, so why
but
don't
I
you
want
do
to
one?
pick the guys. Well, I'm at some point I will.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't know.
I mean, you only live
I
once.
got to find the right people.
All right, listen, we're looking for volunteers. Who can volunteer? What are you looking for? Age groups like 21, 22, 25?
No, age doesn't matter.
Age doesn't matter. Okay. So
Cool.
what is the number? What's like the magic number?
Okay, I think it starts out the first time. I think it's got to be like 5. No, I don't want to do like the
10, 20?
Bonnie Blue stuff where she's like some
Who's
of those
Bonnie
girls.
Blue?
There's a couple girls that do this. They're known for this, like how many Guinness Book of World Records got. Like I don't want to do anything like that. I would never do anything like that.
Okay. Well,
That's
I
just
did
me.
see something in the news recently. It was about a year ago. Some chick, she did like 100 or is it 1,000?
Every guy just had like one.
What they get like 3 seconds. I'm like, what's the? It's
Yeah.
just,
What's the-
it's just.
It's just to count the number.
I
It's like
guess.
basically
that
what it
doesn't
is.
sound fun to me.
But explain to me how that works. Like
I
Like,
do
aren't
not
you
know.
sore after? Like, I mean,
I would
forget
assume
sore.
so. I mean,
you have to be.
Sore. You got to be like a hallway afterwards.
I would assume so. And I think those things have fluffers because the guys have to be
Yeah.
ready to go.
And you got 3 seconds.
Yep.
And how do they perform it if you got literally 3 seconds?
I've had people ask me to do, like, girls that are doing that ask me to do it with them. And I'm like, oh.
So 5's the thing. Why don't you listen? Let's set it up. Okay. Listen, we're looking for volunteers. Please, anybody looking, please contact Taylor. Is there an agent they can reach out to?
Book Taylor Vixxen at gmail.com.
There you go.
If you want to be in my movies.
But like, there's got to be something like sometimes you're like, I can't do that. That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, there was 2 guys that we met at Circa the other night. And it was the guy's 21st birthday. And so we met him the one night. And we were like, I don't know how we started talking to them. We started talking to them. And we were like, hey, you guys want to film? Because at first it was going to be just the one guy. You want to film something? That would be fun. It's your 21st birthday.
No,
He was like, yeah. And his friend was with him. And I was like, why don't we do it with the both of you guys? And they were so excited. So like it was like the next night or the night after that, they came over and we filmed a little scene.
You gave somebody the best 21st birthday ever.
That was what I put on my Instagram. I have that
that's
little.
one, like by the gate. You let them in the gate.
Yeah, so that's why I did because they do the cougar math. The cougar math is the cougar math thing that they show all over.
What is cougar
Instagram.
math?
Cougar math, it's like this cougar math formula. It's like take your age, divide by 2, add 7. So for me, that would be like 31 because I'm 31 and a half, right?
Okay.
And so I did Vixen math and I go 21 plus 21 equals perfect.
Well, let's do your cougar math. You're older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wifey's older than me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm younger. Okay. So what's your cougar
I
math?
look younger.
So take your age, divide by 2 and add 7. That's the cougar
She's
math.
your age.
Yeah, okay.
You guys
so
are the same
31.
age.
31. Yeah.
That's supposedly the youngest you're supposed to date being a cougar, or the age you're supposed to date being a cougar.
Is that so?
That's like
How's it work for
Instagram
guys?
trend.
Who thought of that shit?
I don't know. Someone did and put it on Instagram. Now it's like this little trend.
Okay. I mean, shit.
I know.
So you just gave somebody the best Vegas trip ever, right? Best
It was
21st
fun.
birthday.
It was super fun.
And did he like leave smiling ear?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is
they
he?
both did.
I mean, now he's gonna go. No one's gonna believe it.
Right. No, they will because it's on.
Oh, you're actually gonna put it online.
Oh yeah, we filmed it all. That was the whole point. I wouldn't have done it.
Did he have to
otherwise.
like sign a waiver and all
yeah.
that stuff?
I got IDs, driver's license, IDs, pictures of them holding the IDs, and I like 6 pages
Like,
of paperwork.
What
for him to
happens in
sign.
3 years? He gets a job at a law firm. He's like, please, can you take it down?
Hey, that's not my problem.
He signed.
He's
signed
fucked.
on the dotted line.
His future employers are gonna be like, by the way, what is this? And he can't get a
Yeah.
job for life now.
But that's what I do now I try to do that, or I'm going to start doing that more for my own content, is like real life scenarios, because that's what people want to see.
Okay.
They don't want to see, because I do my mainstream stuff and that's separate. Those
Yeah.
are performers. They don't want to see me do collabs with the same guys that I'm doing studio work. They're like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's the
well,
same
we can
shit.
see you do
Yeah.
a collab with some other porn star. They want to see like the real life stuff.
No shit.
And a lot of people do real life stuff, but it's some smaller performer.
Yeah.
And it's fake real life
Yeah, exactly,
stuff. So I make a point now to do all my stuff. It's like real. It's
That's
like real
interesting.
people that not performers at all.
So, and your studio doesn't want anything from your OnlyFans, right? Like that's
No,
separate. That
that's
you do whatever.
yeah,
You can
that's
make as
fine.
much money as you want on
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Okay. All right. Good shit. So where do you see OnlyFans going now? Like, because a lot of people can't advertise. Where do you advertise? Like, how do you get people to your OnlyFans if you can't advertise?
Just by word of mouth. Like that's a lot
That's
of
gotta be
reasons. Like,
tough.
people do studio stuff. So your name gets out there and then they find you. They follow you on Instagram. They follow you on Twitter. They look you up and
Yeah.
then they, people either ask for your OnlyFans. We're about to go to a convention in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So there'll be a ton of fans there. And so I have all my stuff and they look you up and
I'd wear
Just-
an OF t-shirt with my QR code like everywhere,
Yeah,
every day.
She's getting serious about this. Are you kidding me? This may be the start of something.
yeah. Well, it's funny because I talked about going to the last Stanley Cup game with Rochelle, and we were talking about
Love
wearing-
Rochelle.
Yeah, we were talking about wearing stuff. She's like, "No, you can't," because she has a friend that works for ESPN, and the people that wear the logos like that are on the glass and stuff, they're like, we have to blur it out. Doesn't matter whether it's Pornhub or whether it's, Joe Schmo auto dealership or whatever.
They can't put logos now.
Yeah, like the big ones are the law firms, you know, that they'll blur it out. And so like if you want to get on TV, you better not wear anything with a big logo on it because it's way cheaper to advertise and buy a seat than it is to advertise.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Oh shit. Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah, I guess it's a thing. And I didn't know that either. So she told me, I was like, okay.
Well, Rochelle's, she's a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We love her. And you know what?
She's a doll.
The reason I love Rochelle is she does so much for veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And like every time I talk to her, I'm like, listen, you got to just be out there and let the world know. And she's like, nobody wants to hear from a porn star. I'm like, why? Who gives a shit? You do so much. You do more for veterans than most mainstream actors do.
Well, there's so many people in the industry, it's unfortunate, that are so political. And, I try.
In your business or Hollywood?
My gosh, it's just in business in general.
Yeah.
Like, Hollywood, of course.
Yeah,
but
of course.
like in our business too.
Liberal, conservative? What?
Mostly liberal, but like it's crazy. People are so like, I'm not going to work with that person because their views are XYZ or whatever it is. So it's just like, I keep my political views to myself typically just because I feel like, here's the thing though, it's like no one cares. I really do believe like no one cares what I have to say like politically. I do have certain views and whatever, but like it doesn't matter what you say, you're going to alienate somebody. So it's just like for me having fans, it's just hard, but
But you're going to piss off everybody anyway. I mean, look, I always say Jesus, there was people that didn't like Jesus, right? So, I mean, if you can't, people will find something, and there's a reason why they make different color cars. They make all types of food because not everybody's going to like the same food, the same cars, the same kind of clothing. And we all, and that's the thing. It's okay. And like I always say to people, you don't have to agree with me, but it doesn't mean that I can't sit and have a conversation with you.
Yeah, but it's sad that some people have such hatred that
the world's polarized.
Can't even wrap their head. Yeah, it's weird.
You can believe in whatever
I have
you
no
want.
problem with whatever anybody's political views are. That's great. I mean,
listen. Whatever your political beliefs are, whatever your business is, whatever it is, I don't care. We can still come together and have a good time.
Exactly.
You do your thing. You pay your bills. I pay my bills. And that's the only way it should be, right? Like, I wish more people will come to it because I think in the last 11 years, this country has really gotten so polarized.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, we need to take a break and say, whoa, if we continue down this road, we're going to tear each other apart. And this is going to become like Rome, and where basically we're just another forgotten nation at that point.
Yeah. Some people have I feel like the most people that feel like that strongly usually have one particular issue that is their big whatever. And
it is
they're
what
like,
it is.
I can't see this far because this one issue. So anything that is not this issue is it's like almost like they don't care about anything else except whatever that particular issue is. It's a
that's
problem
sad.
for them.
And
you know what? A lot of people like that have that. What is that called? The blinders
tunnel
on,
vision.
right?
Tunnel vision.
They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about with that one issue.
True.
Because they were
Have no
told by the
clue.
media.
Exactly. And then they stick with that. They don't research. They don't anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're very correct.
So if you had to change something, what would you change? Like when it comes to your industry or anything?
I would change the fact that people don't even it's such a stigma on what we do. We're real people. We have real lives. We have families. We have, the stigma, the double standard about the fact that we have sex in our daily life. Everybody has sex. I mean, we all got here, right? We all got here for sex sells. We've been using sex to sell products since the beginning of time.
Absolutely.
Right? Whether it's a show, whether it's whatever, but it's like, I feel like the minute that women have been able to monetize that for themselves, that it became a real problem.
I'll tell you why. Okay, here's the thing. And I've said this from day one. Sex is something that has been used, like you said, if you want to sell a car, you put a sexy model on it. You want to sell baking soda. They had girls in nice dresses. No matter what it is, from going back, sex always sold, right? I mean, and think about it. They use women. Casinos were using women to, hey, I got a high roller and put a nice looking girl next to her, seduce the guy so the guy keeps playing.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden you have a stigma. Why? They have sex. Like you said, everybody has sex, right? Sex is great, fun. Everybody wants to have more and more sex. And everybody really wishes that they could do what porn stars do. I mean, think about it. You get to have sex and get paid for it. I would do it, but obviously nobody wants a fat bald guy in a porno, so I'm not going to be doing that. Maybe in my next life, but think about but why? That's a business. It's been out there. We know that prostitution is one of the oldest businesses back in the day, and yet it's still outlawed, right? So this is why I don't judge, and I look at everything with an open mind. It's a major industry. You pay your taxes. You live. You know what? I got to tell you, your kids are probably a lot better than most kids that are out there being raised by holy rollers out there. Because I've seen some of those kids and they're assholes, right? I mean, and at least you're not in a prison. You're not pretending to be somebody that you're not. You can go out and live your life. So I feel like people, and I don't know if you noticed, you just started coming to my events recently, but like, I was one of the first people that's running for office that invited all the strip clubs to my events, right? And all these girls started coming. And you know what? The one thing that they all said to me, you're the first person running for office that listened to us and asked us what we want, right? You know why? And I said this to all these people that run for office. I said, you know what? These people work here. They live here. I said, the name of our town is Sin City.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you can't sit there and say, I'm running to represent these people, but yet you don't actually represent them because you don't even know what they want. And that's why, like, all of a sudden, everybody's like, well, hold on. Why do you have all these strippers and porn stars and everybody comes to your events? I'm like, because I don't judge anybody. And at the end of the day, if I'm actually going to go out and try to represent somebody, I need to know what is it that they need and what their needs and wants are. And that's why when I talk about stuff on Instagram, like, you know, them being shadow banned and all that stuff, or their business being down and stuff, it's because I got to know from them. They told me.
You can't look down on the people you expect to support you.
Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Everybody's out here just basically, we're all out there doing something just to feed our families. That's it.
Right.
And also just to live. At the end of the day, nobody's opinion matters. The only opinion that matters is the person looking at you in the mirror. And I've always said that because, you know what? Opinions don't pay bills. Opinions don't do anything. They don't change your life. They're like toilet paper. You wipe your ass with them. That's what I did. Like, I mean, for 10 years, I had nothing but bad headlines. People called me everything under the sun. And it's the same people today that want to be my friend.
Yeah.
Because, oh, look, this Bobby Khan's popular. He's reaching 50 million people a month. We want to be his friend. We want to go to his events. We want to. Really? I was the asshole. I was the con artist. I was everything that under the sun.
Yeah.
But now I'm not. And it's like, and that's why, for me, it's just white noise.
I think part of the problem is that a lot of the consumers, I mean, it's just kind of like the saying, like, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? It's because the consumers, the ones that are, you know, creating the demand, are living this
secret life,
double life, and that are putting on a facade of who they are. But they're in actuality someone completely
Everybody
different.
has a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has some kind of fantasy or something like that. And the thing is, there's very few people that can actually own it and go to public and say, you know what, I like that. No, they're going to hide it. I posted a video about 3-4 months ago. And what the hell? Hakeem Jeffries was coming to town, who's a Democrat in Congress. And he had reservations at one of the strip clubs. So I posted a video about generalizing all politicians. I said, you know, the thing is, I said, all these politicians, they want to bash me. This guy's running for office and all of a sudden he's got strippers and porn stars at his events and stuff. I said, the difference between me and them, I can walk into a strip club with my wife with me and I can take a picture with all the girls and post it because I support them. I said, but the problem, these guys, they land, they sneak in through the back door, they hide, they make everybody sign an NDA, and then the next day they're in church with their wife and who has no clue that they were doing lines on the back of a stripper's ass the night before.
They don't even tip well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how do you know?
Because they told us.
Oh, yeah. The strippers, the girls, they said they don't tip.
They pretty much stiff them.
Well, yeah, because they had to basically go like secretly get cash out to basically probably campaign funds. Who knows?
Who the fuck knows? Yeah, probably. But the thing is, I'm like, so the difference between me and them is you live a closeted life. I'm just out in the open. I just say, hey, this is me, who it is.
There's very few people that are able to do that because they're not able to be themselves and just be normal because it's not normalized, and they're worried about the stigma, they're worried about the judgment, they're worried about, you know,
people are afraid to be judged.
That they work for, like,
no, people are afraid to be judged. They seriously 100%, and everybody's worried about like, stop worrying about people. I think the world would be a much better place if people stopped caring about other people's opinions. You know, people wouldn't be going into debt. People wouldn't be doing everything that they do today because of, hey, I got to impress my neighbors. Fuck them. Fuck your neighbors. I don't even talk to my neighbors.
But look at just with social media, look at all the keyboard. I mean, even some of the stuff we've posted, like people, there's some haters out there.
There are.
What was that comment you read this morning about the one where
about
we were
hair
walking with you?
Oh, yeah, something about the hair. Oh, okay.
I got your back, girl. I told somebody off about your hair.
Oh, no, somebody said, oh, yeah, you know, Bobby, you're really showing your colors when you're letting these women walk with you and stuff. Like, I'm like, why? I said, people want to walk. Let them don't walk. Are you kidding me? What do you do? Like, you know, The thing is, everybody wants to judge you, but
They're sitting in their parents' basement playing video games with, they're the keyboard warriors.
I'm like, you want to judge me? You stand up and you go out there and you fight the fight. Yeah. You go and stand up. I got to say, I had an recently. So like in the last year, all these influencers in Vegas, right? They're all out there bitching about parking fees and everything's expensive and this and this and this. Well, when I started, I actually fought the fight. And I'm like, I brought it to them. I would just call them out. I didn't back down. And when MGM banned me from every casino, all of a sudden, all these influencers, they got quiet. They stopped talking about it, right? Mm-hmm. And there's one influencer who talked about it all the time. A bunch of people reached out to her and they said, hey, you want to speak up on this? Like, Bobby just got banned from MGM. She's like, well, I don't want to get banned. But you were complaining about it. Oh. If you don't have the fight, then don't go out there and pretend you give a shit.
That just proves everything's just for the views.
You're just
There's other casinos out there.
Yeah, like you're a hypocrite. Mm-hmm. You go out there because you wanted the views and you talked about it and people listened to you. But then when it came down to like put up or shut up, you're like, I still want to go to a restaurant inside that casino. Like, shut the fuck. I lost all respect for her. Yeah, I'm like, I'm done. Yep. And I was like, are you like, if I'm going to go out there, I'm going to go out and say what I want and I'm going to fight. Yeah. And I'm going to believe, if I believe in it, I'm going to fight for it. So, but
people are just scared.
Yeah. How about you? Any questions and last moment things? Bewitched?
Oh, how'd you do that?
Yeah. Oh, can you?
Oh my God. No.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Hold on. We got to do this.
I cannot do that.
You can't do
that?
No. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me get on my phone.
Little bunny rabbit.
Hold on. We're going to do Bewitched. I'm going to put some Bewitched music to this if I can get my camera on. God. Are you kidding me?
Good.
When you need the camera, it doesn't want to work. Really?
It feels.
That's your new party.
It feels to be okay. There you go. Okay, ahead. All right, do this. Bewitched music. Now you.
I had to do it like the little girl,
like Tabitha.
I can't do it.
That shows our age. We actually know the show.
I know.
Yeah. Listen, I love Bewitched. I thought I had a crush on Samantha.
Yeah.
She was cute.
She was pretty.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Any last moment things you want to say? Any driblets? Nothing?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for joining me. I'll be taking you home later today. Oh, you're driving separately today.
Yeah, I'm driving separate.
Okay. All right. Thank you, wifey and vegetables. Okay. Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it. Where can I find you?
All my socials are just at Taylor Vixxen. Pretty easy with 2 X's and TaylorVixxen.com. All my links are on there.
If you go on my Instagram, she's on there. She just did a couple Bobby walks too.
Yep.
She nailed it.
She nailed it. Exactly.
Nailed it.
We had fun.
Great.
Easy how you say nailed it. Okay. We just got done talking about sex.
Oh my gosh.
See you guys next time. All right. Ciao.